What it is, what it do, what it is, lads and ladettes. It's your boy Dakota Griswold of Gamers, Nerds, and Geeks United here, bringing you the news today from yesterday and some from the day before because I was caught slipping. So yesterday, not a ton of interesting news, not a whole lot, but some good news came out of. The first I want to say is this. Google Stadia, starting yesterday, is now free. You can play it free, but if you want to go pro, you can play the first 2 months free. And you still got to buy games and everything. And man, that's, I don't want to say that, I don't want anything or anybody to fail. I was actually hoping that Google Stadia was going to live up to its promises, and this means competition is good, and Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch was going to step it up, and Xbox Game Cloud was going to be this bigger thing because of Google Stadia, but it doesn't appear to be that way, so they're going to go free, which is what they should have did in the first place, just to be able to get their names out there. People will be like, oh, Google got a gaming platform? Let me check it out. People are not going to want to go into it because they don't know, because Google doesn't really have experience in the gaming world, in this shows. So now Google Stadia is free for the base, and then if you want to go pro, you get it free for the first 2 months. Some other good news coming out is gaming-related news, just video game, DLC, and other gaming-related news. Blaster Master Zero 2 has DLC of the Empress from Dragon Mark for Death. Now, I haven't played Dragon Mark for Death yet, but I have had my eye on it for quite some time. It looks pretty fun. I like a side-scrolling beat 'em up, and it's RPG as well, Metroidvania. And yeah, I didn't get a chance to get into it. I'm still waiting for the price to go down on the physical because you get both versions. Because if you buy one version, you get 2 characters, and another version, you get 2 characters. And I really don't like that. And so I'd rather a physical version with all of the characters and all of the stuff attached to it. But now, one of the main characters is in Blaster Master Zero 2. I played some of Blaster Master Zero 1, and it was cool. It just wasn't for me. But I like the whole side-scrolling to an isometric camera angle, and with that happening, with the Empress in there, the gameplay actually looks pretty cool. So if you're a fan of Blaster Master Zero and even a fan of Dragon Mark for Death, maybe this is for you. The DLC is only like $2, so why not? The game itself is about $10. Why not? So moving on to some greater news, and this is some nostalgia from when I was a child, and I remember when I was 5 years old for Christmas, I got Streets of Rage 2. Yeah, that's right. Streets of Rage 4 has released another trailer just when you thought they couldn't release anything else good, anything else before the game released, because I am getting anxiety just waiting for this game. They released a new trailer where it's 12 unlockable characters, and then you can use the old soundtrack even though you're playing the new Streets of Rage, and then you can play as the old characters from Streets of Rage 2 and the rest of the Streets of Rage series. That is awesome. I'm going to go look into limited run games and seeing if I can still get that Steel Case Edition, because I absolutely want it. This is a collector's item. This game has looked great from the jump, and it looks to be more and more fun the more trailers they put out. I do believe they'll be putting this out maybe before June. I don't have any, that's just speculation. I don't have any inside information or anything like that, but I'm really hoping it comes out very soon, because once that game comes out on a Nintendo Switch, I'm playing it into the ground, and I'm going to get somebody online with me, and I'm going to play that into the ground. But also, I want to talk to you guys about a small update, but a huge update that happened from the day before. No Man's Sky has freaking mechs in it now. Mechs. Now with Anthem being raised to 2.0, we have an empty hole where Anthem used to be, and now, you know what, No Man's Sky said, nah, this is an opportunity, let's just throw mechs in the game. Nah, I don't think that's what it is. They probably had it in the works for a while, but you can use it as mining tools, you can fight, you can do many things, and I think that's awesome. If you're a No Man's Sky fan and you stuck with it from the beginning until now, I really think that Sean Murray isn't letting y'all down anymore. And y'all are very, very happy about that. All right, lads and ladettes, let's move on to the next story. All right, lads and ladettes, moving on to the next story from this time from 2 days ago. And this way, it's by Polygon. It says, mind-bending role-playing game Disco Elysium is heading to the Nintendo Switch. The announcement comes directly from the art director, Alexander Rostov, during an interview with the BBC. Disco Elysium is the story of a hard-boiled detective with gameplay that focuses on character building over combat. In Polygon's review, we called it a pure role-playing experience that feels wondrous and unique compared to its peers. The game has since received multiple industry awards, the most recent of which came courtesy of the British Academy of Film and Television Arts. On April 2nd, it took home honors for the debut game in music categories as well as the narrative category, where it beat out Life is Strange 2, Outer Wilds, Control, and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Originally released in October 2019 on PC platforms, the game is also expected on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. No release date or price for the Nintendo Switch version was offered. Now, I've heard a lot about Disco Elysium. Isn't my type of game, but I saw what it did to the gaming world, and everybody was like, yo, have you played that? Have you heard about it? And it seems pretty interesting. It seems pretty interesting to watch unfold, but not my speed. And it seems like one of those games that would do very, very well on the Nintendo Switch, where you're reading a lot and you're talking to a lot of people. There's a lot of character development. And why not do that on the go? So I'm very happy to see more big games coming to the Nintendo Switch. I'm a big fan of Nintendo Switch, but it seems like, more games are coming that's not for me, but this game, maybe I'll play it, maybe I won't, but it seems interesting, so I'll keep a close watch on it. Now let's moving on to Microsoft. Microsoft is officially moving all of its conferences to all digital from now until July 2021. In light of the challenges presented by COVID-19, we are adjusting our event calendar and strategy. A Microsoft spokesperson told Eurogamer this afternoon, for the remainder of 2020, we are embracing the opportunity to experiment with new platforms to provide our partners, customers, and developers the highest quality digital-first experiences. Eurogamer understands Microsoft's guidelines relate specifically to the events it organizes, and the company's attendance at trade shows will be made on case-by-case basis. So for example, should Gamescom 2020 go ahead and should Microsoft deem it appropriate to attend, it could still do so. But still, does seem to rule out a big physical launch bash for Xbox Series X and the return of the company's traditional fan event, last year named XO19 in its usual format. Now, Microsoft seems like they're trying to play it safe for the foreseeable future, and this also makes me wonder what is going to happen with the launch of the Xbox One X. We already, it's the same with the PS5. This COVID-19 stuff has been really, really putting a halt to production to many things. Movie theaters are shut down, movies are stopped filming, games are being delayed and because they can't be shipped. It's very worrisome, but I'm really hoping that the gaming industry isn't really affected. Not much more. I'm really hoping that things can go digital, doing a Nintendo Direct, state of play style of stuff, and hopefully all things can do. I'm just really hoping that this doesn't happen. I'm really hoping that Final Fantasy VII Remake isn't the last biggest game that we get this year, because the virus has slowed everything else down. Moving on to some better news. Inside Xbox has officially happened. And it was okay. It was okay. They detailed some more on Grounded. They detailed some more on the technologies of Xbox. And they actually also spoke about the new Game Bar. But they also said that announcing more great titles hitting Xbox Game Pass. We're thrilled to announce that on April 13th, Xbox Game Pass will be expanding to Japan and Korea. Xbox Game Pass for PC will launch in beta for gamers in Korea and will be included as part of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate benefits, which is already available for gamers in the region, while all Xbox Game Pass services for console and PC will come to Japan for the first time. We also shared new titles joining the Xbox Game Pass library across console and PC, including All Vestia Chronicles, Journey to the Savage Planet. Kind of upset I bought that for PS4, and here we go, Game Pass. And also, they did announce DLC. That game is very fun, I must say. It is very fun. I haven't gotten a chance to play it with co-op, but with it being on Game Pass now, the possibilities. But also, they have Overcooked 2, Football Manager 2020, Miss Stover, and Stranger Things, the game. For more details on our Xbox Game Pass news this episode, check out Xbox Game Pass post. And then they even spoke about Project X Cloud preview adds more great games from EA. Forza Street Races onto mobile May 5th. Why not? Make more money, Xbox. There's more on Gears Tactics, Sea of Thieves, and A new batch of ID and Xbox games is coming to Xbox One. And this is something that I usually like. Sometimes the smaller games that get a little bit more attention. In today's show, we took a look at a brand new game called The Last Campfire, a dark fantasy from developer Hello Games, speaking of Sean Murray, that combines a beautiful art style with a wide variety of puzzles to create a wholly unique experience. There was also a new trailer for Atomic Crops and an action-packed farming simulator where you must cultivate and defend the last farm in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Well, Inside Xbox seemed to be okay. I just can't wait to hear more on Xbox very soon. All right, lads and ladettes, getting into the final story, we will talk about the PlayStation 5's controller being revealed, and it's called the DualSense 5. This, of course, coming from The Verge, and it says, Sony reveals new DualSense controller for the PlayStation 5, featuring adaptive controllers, haptic feedback, and a new Create button. Now, first of all, let's talk about this controller. For me, it looks like the PS4 decided, let me holler at the Xbox One controller. And it says, yo, can I copy your work? And Xbox said, you just got to change it up a little bit. Now, what I love is that the PlayStation 4's ergonomic design, the controller for the DualShock 4, was pretty good. It was probably the most, not even probably, it was definitely the most comfortable PS4 controller for me, given the fact that I used to be primarily an Xbox gamer and a Nintendo Switch Pro controller, because they all had the same ergonomic design. It was very similar. The joysticks were just in two different places. Xbox here, PlayStation here, and then Nintendo was like that. So I'm all for that design, but a lot of people say, oh, I don't like Xbox. The controller's too clunky. When was the last time you played Xbox? You mean when the Duke was out? Almost 20 years ago at this point? No. Everybody's taking that design, and I think that the PlayStation 5's controller looks pretty good. Now, what throws me off is the fact that it's both white and black. It's exactly what you said. Now, what they also did was change the light bar, and they put it around the button that was in the middle. And I feel like that's pretty useful. It's going to cut down on some battery. There's a PS button right in the middle. It looks like it's really just on there, but you know, it works. Of course, it's a button. And then there's a microphone at the bottom, so this way, if you're playing online, you can speak to someone. And they also, I think you're probably going to get a PlayStation Assistant or something like that. You know, that's been heavily rumored. That's been on ratings boards and copywritten and stuff like that. Now, the triggers look much better. They're longer. You can actually press the L1 and R1 button. They look much better. The controller overall design is pretty fire. It's just the fact that it's PlayStation. And this is weird. It looks like a third-party controller you would want for a PlayStation, but this is officially licensed, first party, the very first PlayStation 5 controller. And what's funny is that everybody online has been having a lot of fun with it. People are putting stuff like Mario on there, Pikachu. People put Nike symbols on there. And I really think this is going to be an awesome customizable controller, because the PS4 didn't have a lot of great customizable controllers, and I think this one is easy. This one is begging to be customized. A lot of people wonder why they didn't get black. I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be a special edition. I could only imagine the original PlayStation colors on there, and it's crazy to me. Let's get into further detail from The Verge, and it says Sony still hasn't shown off what the PlayStation 5 will look like, but it just unveiled the controller for its next-gen console, the DualSense, which makes the biggest departure for Sony's controller design in its over 25-year history of PlayStation consoles. The new controller has some big changes on the inside too. The previously announced haptic feedback replacing the old rumble tech in previous controllers, and the new adaptive triggers that can adjust the resistance of the triggers for different gameplay effects. There's also an integrated microphone, a first for Sony's controllers, along with a long overdue USB-C port. Everybody listen to that. Every other developer should use that. Xbox Series X is definitely using that because it just makes everybody's life easy. Nobody trying to plug it in and just like, that's not it. And then you do it, that's not it. But now suddenly this is it. It sucks. It's annoying. And USB-C is the greatest invention. And it's pretty fast charging as well. So yeah, the USB-C port. And of course, there's the new two-tone color scheme, similar in style to the PSVR. and then an overhaul design that gives a more round shape to the grips and face buttons. I'm very excited for the PS5, and I really like the design of the controller. It's just weird because it's PlayStation. I can't wait to see all of the customizing controllers that come out of it. It's going to be so amazing. Let me know now what you think down in the comments below. Let me know what y'all think about Streets of Rage with it going retro and having the old songs and some of the old characters. Let me know if any of y'all playing Blaster Master Zero. Let me know if any of y'all are still playing No Man's Sky. Are y'all still excited about it? What did y'all think about the Idea Xbox games, the Game Pass games, and the Inside Xbox event in general? What do y'all think about Google Stadia going free? Let me know down in the comments below. Be very vocal. I want to hear what you lads and ladettes think about everything. Well, lads and ladettes, that's it for this video. Please like, share, subscribe, and keep continuing to show me love. Lads and ladettes, I thank you. This video is finito.